Corkscrew. Glass. Bottle. Cheers.
Eat this. Drink that. Go. With Jimmy Cephalo and Brenda Bassett. Eat this, drink that, go.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to HCA East Florida's Eat This, Drink That, Go, presented by Whole Foods, by Puntino Restaurants, and by the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm Jimmy Cephalo, and I'm not flying solo, even though Brenda has the day off, but Bruce Orosz is kind enough to come in and join us. Bruce, the owner of 2480 Wines, and he's with the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau as well. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Jimmy. Great to be out here on a nice day.
Yeah, we're going to begin, as we always do, with a toast of our Prosecco Martini, our Martini Prosecco, that is. The House of Martini's been making wines for 152 years. And so cheers, Bruce, and cheers to everybody. First, we got some great restaurants here, too, and wonderful mixologists. One of my favorite places to buy wine on the planet is a place called Happy Wines. Are you familiar with them?
I sure am.
Yeah. Happy Wine is one in Coconut Grove on Bird Road and another one on 8th Street, and a wine shop and a restaurant that is just magnificent. I mean, the food is terrific. The wines are great. You go in, you pick a bottle, and they'll open for you at the table. It's just the best way to go. Juan Carlos is here from Happy Wine. We've got the beverage director from Red Ginger. We've got a bar manager from Bodega Taqueria and Tequila. Steve Haas, our friend, the owner of City Hall and the founder of Miami Spice, is with us. Miami Spice begins in August. We got August and September. That's coming up. And that's your folks, the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. And Steve is bringing food in it for us. He always does. He brings more stuff than you know what to do with. And it always looks delicious and wonderful. Sure and Steve Haas is the guy behind City Hall Restaurant. Steve, the address, is that 20th and Biscayne Boulevard?
That's exactly where it is.
Yeah. I passed it by the other day. And I know you've got parking behind it, which is an important element, especially in that area. Sometimes parking is difficult, but there you've got it.
I certainly do. We have almost 100 spaces. We have valet and free parking.
You got valet and free parking. Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that because 2480 is one of my favorite restaurants. And you still have the Sunday event with your gospel singer?
Marielle Epps. Every Sunday. She's never missed a Sunday in 4 years.
And I got to meet her a couple of months ago. She's delightful.
Yeah, she's spectacular. I love her to death, and she really brings them in on Sunday. And it's a gospel brunch. She sings from 12:30 to 2:30.
Right.
We serve brunch from 10 to 4.
Right.
And she just rocks the room.
Right.
Everybody loves her.
Steve, bring that mic. It pulls over. You can bring it right in front of you if you want. There you go. And by the way, City Hall is open for lunch and for dinner. And Monday through Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 1 a.m. And Sunday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Describe your food.
Well, we call it American cuisine, but it has a little bit of a New Orleans twist to it. It's got a lot more flavor, a lot more spice.
That's it. That's why I like it. I like the idea of New Orleans. And you brought some dishes in for us today. The first, is this some kind of a hash?
No, it's actually steak tartare.
It is?
It is, with truffle oil and a deviled egg. And it's actually made, most steak tartares are made from filet mignon. Ours is made from New York.
Oh, that's delicious, Steve.
Which really gives it great flavor.
Bruce, have you tried this yet?
It's amazing.
I just tried that deviled egg. My gosh.
That is incredible.
Isn't that unbelievable?
Isn't delicious?
Whoa. Oh, my God.
This is a great combination of things.
Did you make that in the microwave just now?
Yeah.
Again, it's City
It's amazing what you can do when you have to.
With a little bit of a thing. It's City Hall Restaurant. It's 2004 Biscayne Boulevard, 20th in Biscayne. Parking behind. Learn more at cityhallrestaurant.com. And you were the first person to put 2480 on a wine list in Miami.
I absolutely did, at Tuscan Steak, which is still one of my favorite restaurants ever in Miami.
Yeah,
it had a 14-year run.
Steve, you got, let's see, as we wrap things up with you, happy hour 4 to 7 p.m. at City Hall, Friday and Saturday.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday, right. Friday and Saturday, 10 p.m. to closing. Oh, you got a happy hour that late.
We have happy hour, and now we just started, which I'm so excited about,
great idea.
Is we just started late night brunch from 10 to midnight on Saturdays.
You need something to hook. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's great.
You do. Sometimes if you've been drinking a little bit and you go to one of these other wonderful restaurants, Red Ginger or some of the other great spots we've got, Taqueria and Tequila, Bodega Taqueria and Tequila, sometimes you need something to hook. And so City Hall has a brunch, 10 to midnight, what, the Friday and Saturday?
No, just for Saturday nights.
Just Saturday nights. Good idea. You got a bar menu available too, half-price house wines during their happy hours by the glass, half-price beers, microbrews not included, half-price on their Svedka and Cruzan cocktails. So lots of great stuff. Wow.
We're busy.
Yeah, you
Thank
are.
God. We're busy doing all different things at different times.
Right. Again, it's City Hall and City Hall Restaurant, 20th and Biscayne Boulevard. They got parking right behind it. Makes it easy for you. CityHallTheRestaurant.com.
That's correct.
CityHallTheRestaurant.com is where you can find more. Steve, thanks so much for coming on at short notice. You're just a gentleman. We appreciate that.
And so are you, Jim.
Thank you
It's been
so
a
much.
pleasure.
Thanks, Steve. Welcome back to HCA East Florida's Eat This to That Go, presented by Whole Foods, by Puntino Restaurants, and by the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. All right, now we're you know what's fun? Some of the great restaurants that we have also have just terrific mixologists, and I like that about them. And there's one called Bodega Taqueria and Tequila. Brian Canales is the bar manager. He's also a bartender and a mixologist. Good morning to you, Brian. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and today's National Tequila Day.
Yes. Actually, we celebrated yesterday at Bodega.
Oh, is that right?
That's right. We had some nice featured cocktails, frozen cocktails in the front, all made with Casamigos tequila. We had a $6 punch, and we also had $2 shots going on.
Wow. But
All right.
just so all right is right. For those of you who don't know, Bodega Taqueria and Tequila is 1220 16th Street, Miami Beach, and it's easy to get to. It's just one block behind, or just behind, what is it?
So right on 16th and Alton,
Right.
on the corner, there's a Starbucks. It's right behind that.
That's it. I remembered it. And all right, tell me what we have here. We're going to try. And introduce yourself. I'm sorry.
My name's Marco. I'm the beverage director at Red Ginger.
Okay. So we got both of you here
Yeah.
at the same time. I love this idea. We got it all going. Do you serve some tequila down there too, Brian? Don't you? Or Marco. I'm sorry, Marco.
Yeah. No, we have tequila too, but whiskey's our main focus there.
Yeah, and
a lot of whiskey.
and you know what's big, and we're going to talk more about this. The Japanese single malts.
Yeah,
They've gotten really big, haven't they?
they have. They're kind of taking over.
Right, and just so you know, Red Ginger is 736 First Street on Miami Beach. RedGingerSouthBeach.com is where you can find them, and they do some wonderful things there. And it's an Asian influenced restaurant as well, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
And all right, so let's start tasting a couple of things, Bruce. Now, are you a tequila fan?
You know, I am. I've become more and more of a tequila fan. So
Okay.
Awesome.
I like
That's great.
sampling it.
Good to hear.
All right, well, let's try this again from Bodega Taqueria and Tequila.
Right. So this is our signature drink. Started since day one.
All right.
And it's still our most popular drink that gets asked for all the time. So what we have here is a tequila base.
Wow, it's great.
It's called Pico Picante.
I wasn't ready for it to go boom.
And what we have going on is pressed cucumber, and then we have a reduction made out of culantro and jalapeno with a mezcal base.
That's what it is. That's what gave me a little bit of a kick. Have you tried this, Marco?
Yeah, of course I've had. I've had it. I've had probably 100 of them.
I mean, it's a wonderful cocktail.
Last night.
What a refreshing cocktail.
Yeah, that's good. Man, that cucumber really is nice.
Yeah,
It's there like to kind of cool down the heat, and at the same time you have a spicy rim which is made out of black peppercorn, chipotle powder, sea salt, and cinnamon.
that is excellent.
In case you just want to touch it up a notch.
Oh, gosh. Now, Bottega recently opened this year, January 2015 in South Beach.
Right.
And, Brian, you were previously at another spot and came over. They recruited you, I'm sure, to come over and make cocktails like this.
Well, actually, I've been with Men in Hospitality now for a little bit over 3 years. So
Okay.
where I was before was at Radio Bar,
Right. Oh, I see. I
which
got
is
you.
actually right next to Red Ginger.
Right. That's one of your properties, one of
Right.
their properties, too. Now,
Correct.
they serve tacos from an Airstream in the front, and you've got a hidden speakeasy in the back.
Correct. So there's one side of going through it, which is through a porta potty. It's a little sketchy, you know. Some people question it, but once they get back there, they realize that they're at like an amazing bar, great selection, great staff, yeah. And then the other side is like a meat locker, so it's kind of interesting. And the whole thing about it, the beauty of it has been our success has been all through word of mouth, really all through the locals, because we
Right.
only promote the front, the taqueria,
Right.
never the back. but we've been like so busy, and it's like we've been blessed.
All right, so
since day one.
now everybody's driving around going, "Oh, I need to go there," right? Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
it's 1220 16th Street, Miami Beach, right behind the Starbucks that's on Alton and 16th. Or just go behind there
Correct.
and find the porta potty and
Yeah.
go into it. Now, if you have the wrong address, you're probably not going to get a back door out of the porta potty. Is my guess. I mean, I'm just saying. What kind of food we talking about? Just in the Gulf Stream that you're serving food, or you're serving inside the restaurant?
Well, no, actually, so in the back area, we open at 6 p.m. In the
Right.
front, we're open 12 p.m. 7 days a week.
Okay.
Every day, we close at 5 in the morning, both the taqueria in the front and the bar in the back.
And what time do you open?
We open the back at 6 p.m.
Okay.
But yes, food is served. They're open until 9 p.m. And the only reason for that is because there is smoking allowed after that.
Okay, gotcha.
So
All
so-
right,
Yeah,
cool.
so we don't mix the both,
Right,
But in the
gotcha.
front, you can still go out, get a taco till 5 a.m. All good. And we're actually rolling out with our new burritos today. We have a new burrito menu as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we have tacos, tortas.
And what time do you open?
We open every day at noon.
At noon. Okay.
My staff love it.
This is all good to know. Good to know. Now, Marco from Red Ginger, we're going to come back. We're going to. What is? Tell me what this is that we're going to taste.
It's a whiskey cocktail.
Okay.
It's called the Hashtag.
All right.
It's a booze forward cocktail. It's based with a Japanese single malt 12-year-old called Hakushu.
Okay.
Also sweet vermouth, Italian Amaro, and Suze, which is a gentian liqueur, kind of like Campari's cousin.
So it's almost a Manhattan, but it's not.
It is. It's kind of all cocktails are variations or riffs on one another.
Right.
But yeah, I would compare it to a Manhattan.
Okay. We're going to come back. We're going to try that from Red Ginger and tell you more about the Bodega Taqueria and Tequila right after this on HCA East Florida's Eat This Drink That Go, presented by Whole Foods, Patina Restaurants, and the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. Welcome back to HCA East Florida's Eat This Drink That Go, presented by Whole Foods, by Patina Restaurants, and by the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. We're pleased to be joined by the beverage director of Red Ginger, Marco Tomovic, and they're located at 736 First Street in Miami Beach. And also by another bar manager / bartender, Brian Canales, from Bodega Taqueria and Tequila. And they're located at 1220 16th Street on Miami Beach. We tried this unbelievable, wonderfully flavorful tequila cocktail earlier, and it was infused with a little jalapeno and some other great stuff. What's the name of this cocktail? Because I want to tell people, they got to go in and ask for it.
So the cocktail's called the Pico Picante, but people usually ask for the green one or the cucumber drink.
Okay, that's good too. Just remember the green one, the cucumber
Yeah,
drink.
just remember that.
And Marco, you've brought in a Japanese single malt whiskey cocktail. Tell us about this.
Yeah, I have a background in whiskey. I love whiskey. It's a beautiful spirit. It's actually the most popular in the world, sales-wise. This one's called the Hashtag. It's, like you said, a variation on a Manhattan, boozy, but it's balanced. It's got a base of Japanese single malt, Hakushu 12, sweet vermouth, Amaro Montenegro, which has some orange notes, and then Suze. It's a gentian flower liqueur, which is bitter, and most people aren't familiar with it, so I like to compare it to Campari.
It's marvelous. Bruce,
Yeah.
what do you think of this?
I think it's great. The flavors really jump. I mean, boy,
It's a flavorful cocktail, and it's Japanese single malts have gotten real hot, haven't they?
They have, yeah. That's why the biggest thing with them is they're really hard to get a hold of,
Right.
and it's because of their popularity.
Right.
And people are just, they're just starting to find out about it. So Japanese whiskey is it's styled after Scotch. Scotch is made from malted barley, and Japanese also do that. The guy who kind of brought it to Japan, he's the one who started Yamazaki, Suntory, Hibiki.
Right.
The Bill Murray movie. It's Suntory time.
Right.
Those are the ones that people are most familiar with.
Japanese single malt whiskeys, are they're expensive, aren't they, generally?
No, not necessarily. It's just it's the rarity of them, the difficulty. They're hard to get a hold of.
Right.
At Red Ginger, we have Hibiki 17 and 21, and there was only 36 bottles allocated to the whole state of Florida, and we happened to get 8 of them.
Wow.
So there's just not much to go around, and Florida kind of being a new market for the whiskeys, and we don't get a lot of stuff, so there's not a lot to go around.
And at Red Ginger, you have a complete, it's a unique Japanese whiskey menu.
Yeah, we have about 32 different Japanese whiskeys now. We also have some Taiwanese whiskeys, but there's only so much that you can get from distributors here. There's probably 8 of them I got from distributors. The rest, it's if I have a friend going to Japan or you order it just off the internet. It's just not easy to get a hold of.
Right.
So a lot of time went into putting together that collection.
Right. Learn more at redgingersouthbeach.com. Redgingersouthbeach.com. Now, I know it's Asian-inspired cuisine. Is it mostly Japanese? Is it Thai? Is it Japanese?
Yeah, it has a focus on Japanese.
Okay.
There's a little Thai, Chinese. But yeah, we have a robata grill. We have a wok. We have one amazing sushi chef, Anderson Osorio.
Right.
Came over from Makoto. Also, our sous chef Jesse Irwell. They're just doing a great
The coconut soup.
The coconut soup. I got to try the coconut
and
soup.
all I gotta
the
say.
short rib. You gotta try the short rib.
You also do baijiu?
No.
Oh, we had a baijiu tasting in here a couple of 2 years ago. They brought 5 different baijius in.
Mm-hmm.
Baijiu is the most popular liquor in the world. I mean, they
Yeah.
sell more of it than anybody because the Chinese drink it, and there's 22 billion of them, so
Right.
they drink a lot of baijiu. And it was kind of tough stuff for me. My palate, and it's a very old liquor too. I mean, Nixon and Chairman Mao, that's what they toasted with when when Nixon went to China.
Right.
So anyway, these two restaurants / cocktail bars are wonderful. I just by meeting these two gentlemen and tasting the products they brought in, you got to go there. Bodega Taqueria and Tequila. Brian Canals is their bar manager, and ask for the cucumber or the green drink. I got to tell you, it's wonderful. And I'm a big fan of Manhattan's. This is kind of a riff on that at Red Ginger. Marco Tomovich is their beverage director. Red Ginger is 736 First Avenue. And what do we call this cocktail?
This one is called the hashtag.
You can't forget that, right?
You can't forget
No,
that.
you got to go in.
Not in this day and age.
Yeah. Go and enjoy them both. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Just loved all we learned today with you both. Thank you.
Thank you so much for
All right, we'll
having
be
us.
back with Bruce with Happy Wines. This place you're going to love. You talk about great wine and food, it's Happy Wines. We'll tell you about it right after this on HCA East Florida's Eat This Drink That Go, presented by Whole Foods, by Puntina Restaurants, and by the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. Welcome back to HCA East Florida's Eat This Drink That Go, presented by Whole Foods, by Puntina Restaurants, and by the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. We're pleased to be joined by Bruce Orosz, who's with the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau, and he's also a co-owner of 2480 Wines, which is just a wonderful Chardonnay. We've been tasting it this morning. One of my favorite Chardonnays I've ever had, a terrific Cabernet, and a blend called Short Ends. And people say, where can I find these wines? Well, if you go to Happy Wines, you can find them. Bruce, you know that. They're there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just push that button there right there.
We're here with Happy Wines today, and
Yeah,
this
we
is
are.
Great pleasure.
We're yes, it is,
Thank
because
you
it's
for
one of my
having us.
it's one of my favorite places. Juan Carlos Restrepo, we call him JC, is the owner of Happy Wines, and his chef is with us too, Bread Pelagia, an Italian fella, I think.
Yes,
I like that too. First, JC, we've known each other for a long time, and I was so thrilled to find Happy Wines. Now, there's 2 locations for Happy Wines. In Coconut Grove, there are 833 Bird Avenue, and it's a rustic and elegant place inside. It's like a White House. That's the most comfortable place, Bruce. And I go in there and I order the same thing all the time.
Unassuming.
Right.
Unassuming.
And it's very much so. And great wines that are lining the walls. You go and you pick your bottle of wine, hand it to your waiter. Your waiter will uncork it and pour the wine for you. I love that about it. And is there a corkage fee for that? There's a small corkage fee, right?
Yes, in Calle Ocho, we charge you big bucks, $3. In the other place, we charge you $5.
Okay.
Whoa.
So Coconut Grove, because the rents are high. The rents are too damn high. I always say
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah.
It's $5 at Coconut Grove, $3. Their other location, it's in West Miami. It's a hidden gem on Calle Ocho. It's 5792 Southwest 8th Street.
Going in our 9th year already. Going
that
strong.
right?
Absolutely. Times fly.
Yeah.
Even Coconut Grove now is already almost 4 years already.
Wow. And let me tell you what I order every time I go in. We got to let Brett know, because I think for a while you took it off the menu. There's an egg dish that had shrimp on it. It was a scrambled egg dish with shrimp that was absolutely marvelous.
We can make it out, like I said to you. That's revoltillo de huevos a la española.
No, it's
we can always make
It's
it.
a wonderful. That, and I do lamb chops. And the combination is
Oh,
beautiful.
the lamb chops are fantastic.
They are fantastic. And the pricing is unbelievable, JC, for what you've done. Anyway, if you want 2480 wines, go to Happy Wines. You can find them. And also, you also get really good finds in wine. You have things that I don't know about, which I love about a wine store.
That's what it's all about on Happy Wine. I'm always looking for the new labels, looking for the little wines that are there that they drink like $100 bottle of wine,
Right.
but you can sell them for $10, $15.
Right.
And we specialize, a lot of Spanish wines. We do around 300 labels. And that's what we decided to bring all these wines today.
You brought some great looking wines, and again, I don't think I've seen a single bottle that's sitting in front of me. You brought 4 different.
I think we
wines.
drink the Lagar de Cervera probably once,
Probably.
Una Rioja Alta, but the other wines they're classic, and that's what people come to look for. The classic Cabernet, like a 2480,
Right.
which is fantastic.
Yes, it
By
is.
the way, the short ends to me is the best, one of the best wines for the buck.
Yes, it is.
Short ends is just amazing.
Right.
Thanks,
and,
JC.
and the price is what, lower 30s? So I want to say for a bottle of short ends, approximately mid 30s. And it's a
The Happy
great
Wine's
blend.
a little lower, but I cannot say that. I don't want to piss them off the competitors.
They are great prices at Happy Wines, by the way. Really terrific. I'm almost afraid. When Brenda said, we need to have JC on because we love this place. So it's people need to know about this. I said, you're right, but I don't want it to be overrun because it's such a great spot. It really is. Happy Wines is if I think of the places that I'm happiest, going into Happy Wines is one of them. My wife actually is the first one who went to it, and she's the one that told me about it. She and a group of friends invited her, and I think word of mouth has really served her very, very well.
That's what we do. That's what we do, and then we get, believe it or not, ladies are the most predominant
Right.
people that come to visit us.
Right. But it's comfortable, and it's
easy.
It's a warm, fun place. Again, Happy Wines located in Coconut Grove at 2833 Bird Avenue. And in West Miami, it's 5792 Southwest 8th Street. JC, thank you so much for coming in. It's a pleasure to see you always.
Thank you for having
We'll
us.
spend more time there. And Chef Brad, it's good to meet you.
Thank you.
We'll come back in. And would you please ask him about that dish that you took off the menu that I adore?
Revoltillo.
We can do generally if somebody comes in and
It
they
asks,
want
we'll
something.
do it.
We have all the
and we can
ingredients.
do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Tell
fine.
it to me when Jimmy comes in, because I'll say to the,
You bet.
Yeah,
He's
gotcha.
going to come. He's going to wait on your table. He's
Gracias.
good at it.
Gracias.
All right, and remember, save water, drink wine.
That's right. We're in a drought.
We are. And we'll see you next week right here on HCA Florida's Eat This With They Go, presented by Whole Foods, by Puntino Restaurants, and the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau. So long, everybody.